Hey, do you guys want to make a Jingle Bell Run?
Yeah, what's that?
Well, it's just like a marble run, but it's the Christmas version.
And we'll tell you all about it after this break.
So you're going to build a Jingle Bell Run, which is actually a pathway for your Jingle Bell to follow. You want to start up kind of high because you want to give it some momentum to keep going through the whole track.
These are your supplies.
2 types of paper plates,
1 plastic cup,
2 index cards,
3 balloons,
and 2 jingle bells.
Now you can use other supplies too. Just make sure you check with an adult before you start using supplies and make sure that they'll let you use them. We saved paper towel tubes, lots of them, toilet paper tubes, even wrapping paper tubes. Really good things for a Jingle Bell to run down. You can also use cereal boxes, any other kind of boxes you can think of, Kleenex boxes, just anything you can find that you think you can be creative with. You can also use cardstock, fold it, bend it, do anything you want with it to make a pathway. I've got a pool noodle here. Has a nice little hole that a jingle bell could go through. This is foam insulation for piping. Comes like this in one solid piece. You just cut it down the middle and look what you have. You have a nice little track. Now you gotta have something to put all this stuff together with. So you can use Scotch tape, masking tape, duct tape. You can even use a hot glue gun if a grown-up allows you to. You also need a base to attach your creation to, or you can attach it to the wall. Now, if you don't attach it to the wall, you can use a piece of foam core or a piece of cardboard. All right, so we've got our thin paper plate and our thicker paper plate, and we've already cut the thicker paper plate. This is the bottom. You can turn it into a little ridge. It has a little ridge on it, so you can turn it into a little path. We're not going to tell you how to attach it to anything. We're just showing you can make a track with it. So that's up to you to figure out how to do the rest of that. But the thin paper plate, take a tube of some sort, put it down and trace it, then cut it out.
So now you see we've cut out this middle part here, and we've also cut the edges and we folded them up, and this is for the purpose of just keeping the bell on the track while it's going. And so now we're gonna attach it on here, but say we were to do something like this. So you see that the 2 ends at different levels, we can make something like a track that slopes downward, spiraling down this pole right here.
And you can take your second paper plate and do the same thing and attach it. So then you have a double layer there. With the paper towel tubes, all you have to do is cut them in half and you have a nice little track. You can put it on the wall or it can be freestanding.
So one thing you can do with the balloon and the cup is make a trampoline. The way how you do this is cut off the narrow part here of the balloon and then stretch this part over the mouth of the cup. And the end result should look something like this. If we test it out with the bell, you can see that it works pretty good.
Whenever your jingle bell is rolling along a slope, it's traveling down an inclined plane, which, as you can see by this slow motion video, whenever an object travels down an inclined plane, it descends slower than if you would have just dropped it.
Now we are going to watch as a marble and a bell roll side by side. Notice how the marble is able to roll without bouncing, whereas because of the shape of the bell, it bounces a bit as it rolls. Because of this, a Jingle Bell Run may look different than a marble run.
On your Jingle Bell Run, there are going to be 2 forces that act on your jingle bell. There's going to be gravity, which is going to be pulling it downwards, but there's also going to be friction, which means as your jingle bell is rolling along your paper towel tubes or your paper plates, the friction is going to be possibly slowing it down, but the gravity is going to continue to cause it to fall down. And when you have your jingle bell at the very top and you're holding it in place, your jingle bell isn't moving, but because there's still a force of gravity on it, there's potential energy, which means as soon as I release the jingle bell, it's going to move. Which means as soon as I release the jingle bell, the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, and the jingle bell will follow whatever path that you've set up for it.
So here are your criteria for building your Jingle Bell Run. Your Jingle Bell must run for at least 5 seconds from start to finish, and your starting position must be at least 3 feet above your ending position.
3 feet? Isn't that a yard? Aha!
Now don't forget to send us pictures of your creations. We can't wait to see what you guys are building. Have fun!